Welcome back to my channel. If you like quick, simple Bitcoin updates without the confusing jargon, please share this channel with a friend who's trying to learn crypto in a normal, practical way. Today, we're covering 4 top Bitcoin news stories showing up on the CoinMarketCap Bitcoin page, and I'll explain what each one really means in plain English. And quick reminder, this is general information, not financial advice. First story, how 1% of gold's market could be enough to rewrite Bitcoin's valuation. This is basically the digital gold conversation, but with a powerful angle. Gold is a massive global store of value market, and Bitcoin is still smaller in comparison. So the idea is, even if only a tiny amount of money that traditionally prefers gold, like investors looking for inflation protection or long-term value storage, decides to allocate to Bitcoin, it can have an outsized impact. Why? Because Bitcoin supply is limited and it doesn't take a huge percentage shift to move a smaller market. Now, does that guarantee Bitcoin will go up tomorrow? No. But it explains why people keep watching institutional allocation trends and why Bitcoin can react strongly when new pools of money start treating it like a serious asset. Second story, SEC approves first US Bitcoin spot ETFs. No matter how many times you've heard ETF lately, this is still one of the biggest structural changes for Bitcoin. A spot ETF is basically a traditional investment product that tracks Bitcoin and is designed for people who don't want to deal with exchanges, wallets, and private keys. For a lot of institutions and everyday investors, that easy access is the whole point. It can bring more liquidity, more participation, and potentially steadier demand over time because it makes Bitcoin fit into normal portfolios and platforms. But there's another side too. The more Bitcoin goes into traditional finance, the more it interacts with regulations, compliance rules, reporting standards, and big market flows. So it's not just a hype headline, it's a shift in how Bitcoin is owned and traded by mainstream money. Third story, Colombia implements new mandatory crypto reporting rules for exchanges. This one is about regulation catching up. Again, more countries are pushing exchanges to report transactions and user activity more strictly, often for tax reporting and anti-money laundering controls. For everyday users, this usually means tighter KYC, stronger record keeping, and fewer anonymous-style experiences on regulated platforms. Some people don't like that, but it also brings a kind of legitimacy. Clearer rules can make banks, institutions, and large businesses more comfortable working with crypto because the compliance framework becomes more standard. The big takeaway is that crypto is being pulled into the same reporting world as traditional finance, country by country, and that trend isn't slowing down. Fourth story, South Korea signals shift allowing spot Bitcoin ETFs. This is a big one because South Korea is a major crypto market with serious retail participation and a lot of influence on sentiment. If South Korea moves toward allowing spot Bitcoin ETFs, it could open the door for more regulated access for local investors and institutions through familiar investment channels. That matters because ETFs can act like on-ramps for capital that would never touch offshore exchanges or self-custody. Now, it's important to treat this as a developing story. Signals and policy direction can take time to become actual approvals, but the direction itself is meaningful. It suggests more countries are looking at ETFs as a controlled, regulated way to offer crypto exposure rather than trying to keep it outside the system. So if we connect these 4 stories, the theme is simple. Bitcoin is getting pulled deeper into mainstream finance through ETFs, compared more seriously to gold as a store of value, and increasingly regulated through reporting rules and policy shifts across countries. Whether you're bullish or cautious, these are the types of developments that shape Bitcoin's long-term adoption, not just day-to-day price candles. Thanks for watching today's update. If you found this useful, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more simple Bitcoin and real-world finance explainers. See you in the next one.